निवासिनि विष्णु विलासिनि जिष्णुनुते.
Let me tell you 3 policies of his which I absolutely love and which I think he may have mysteriously done a telepathy and looked into my mind, just like Ron DeSantis seems to have mysteriously followed my channel and applied the exact policy which I was recommending in India before anyone else talked about it. I was talking about defunding sociology. He has already defunded gender studies and DI studies in sociology in Florida. Now Vivek Ramaswamy is joining my party. So Vivek Ramaswamy has, among many other great policy proposals, he has 3 things which I absolutely like. He is saying that he will support any referendum on raising the voting age to 25 years as opposed to 18, which is now across the world. But if you are 18, you can vote if you have served in some way in the government, have done some voluntary work, or served in the army. Then you have some stake in the country. Then you can vote even if you are 18 years old, or otherwise you'll have to be 25 years old to vote. But you will not lose any other citizenship rights. But voting right will be taken away from you unless you are 25 years old. And that is based on science, because your prefrontal cortex, जहाँ पे हमारा third eye होता है, essentially, that prefrontal cortex does not fully form until you are 25 years old. Prefrontal cortex of women forms about when they are 24, or maybe in some cases 23. But the prefrontal cortex is your wisdom, your decision making part of your brain, which is not even formed when you are 18 and you are going around voting, deciding the fate of your country. Okay, and I absolutely support that. Even in India, voting age needs to be raised to 25. Okay, next thing, he is in favor of banning Instagram or banning all social media for underage children, for people who are under 18. Okay, if you are not allowed to have cigarettes, if you are not allowed to watch porn, if you are not allowed to get married, if you are not allowed to have sex, if you can't consent, if you can't have whiskey, if you can't have alcohol, how can you be allowed to sit and watch reels and get addicted to it all day? Especially because reels are a massive market for pedophilia these days. Because if girls who are raised in a situation where they crave validation all the time, they will become OnlyFans kind of prostitutes in very quick time. And what is OnlyFans? It is just digital prostitution. So if you are under 18, you are not going to be allowed to watch Instagram, okay? It will be banned by law. That I support, absolutely, even for India. And the next thing he said just yesterday, Lila Rose, a conservative woman, she's about 33 or 34 years old. She was asking him that, would you support banning NATO or taking away USA from NATO? And Vivek Ramaswamy said that yes, I absolutely support that, because NATO was created in 1949 to counter Soviet Union, and that organization has now run its course. We do not need a NATO today. And even S. Jaishankar said that we are no way we are going into a military alliance with USA. Of course we aren't. We should not. And even Vivek Ramaswamy is saying that NATO का कोई ज़रूरत ही नहीं है आज के दिन में. NATO is useless. NATO is just being used as a threatening machine for weaker countries or for creating problems with Russia. He supports Ukraine being kicked out of NATO, and he now even supports USA being taken out of NATO. Okay, बाकी लोगों को अगर NATO खेलना है तो खेलो, USA नहीं रहेगा in NATO. That's Vivek Ramaswamy's policy, which is why I like him.
जय जय